Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video, and if you saw by that title, it is time, guys. It is finally time to jump back into this wonderful world. It came out this week. I wanted to start it earlier this week, but unfortunately your girl was sick, so here we are now. It is Saturday. We are feeling so much better and I cannot wait. So it is currently, what time is it? It is 3:41. I would love to be able to finish this by like Monday at the latest, but we'll see. I have it on my Kindle too, so I'm probably just gonna be flipping like back and forth because I'll be reading it like once I get in bed and stuff at night. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start it, y'all. I am literally so excited. First of all, this is just so freaking beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. And if y'all don't know the ending of House of Sky and Breath, go read it. This is gonna be a full spoiler vlog, so I am so sorry to those of you who have not read this world because I'm gonna spoil it. So as I love you guys, but if you do not want spoilers, I am sorry, you gonna want to click off this video because I won't be giving spoiler warnings. Like, this is gonna be full on like me just straight talking about this book. And the reason for that is because this is the third book in the series, and it is going to be kind of hard to really just give you guys a like fully interesting vlog without giving spoilers, like, if that makes sense. Like, it's just we're too deep into the story, and you know, after what happened at the end of House of Sky and Breath, it's like no matter what I say, when I bring certain characters up, like, it's gonna spoil what has happened in the other two books. So I love you guys, but if you have not like read the other two, and if you do not want spoilers on this book, you guys are gonna have to click off. So I love you, but I'm gonna give you guys time because I do not want to ruin this book for you. So I'm preparing you guys. This is gonna be spoilers. So okay, so everyone here, you guys are fully aware that this is gonna be a spoiler video, so don't say I did not warn you. But yeah, so let's get started. I need to find a playlist on Spotify, and oh my gosh, y'all, I am just literally so freaking excited. So it says, for Sloan, who lights up entire universes with her smile. So that's the dedication. You guys already know we got the whole map thing going on here. Like, bro, I like first paid attention to this map like when the book first got delivered, and I really did not realize how close Ron's house was to like Urd's temple and like the White Raven. Like, everything literally is in walking distance, so it makes so much sense of why like they walk everywhere, and like she barely like, you know, takes her she barely takes like her scooter places. So yeah, even like the astronomer like is literally right next to Ron, so that makes sense of why like Ethan, is how you say his name? That makes sense as to why he was like doing what he do. I need to put something on my lips. My lips are dry. Okay, we got our good old Aquaphor. Let's put this on our lips because baby, after drinking that coffee and stuff, my lips got dry. Okay. Y'all, this is like a whole moment. This is a whole moment. Okay, let's read the first line. Let's read the first line. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am just literally so freaking whew. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay,
says the Hind knelt before her undying masters and contemplated how it would feel to tear out their throats.
Okay, let's keep reading and I will update you guys. I mean, I'll just update you guys when I update you guys, because maybe every 100 pages, we'll see. But let's get through at least the prologue in the first chapter, and then I will give you guys my thoughts so far. It is a lot later. It's 7:40, and guys, I am reading so slow, but it's like I am just trying to soak up everything. Like literally after every chapter, I'm just like this is what's gonna happen, or like just trying to like wrap my head around like everything, because what's happening. So if you guys know, Crescent City is written in third person, and each chapter, like, you have 3 different like plot lines going on right now. So you have Bryce that's dealing with Nesta and Rhysand and all of them, but then you have Ethan, I call him Ethan because it's but Ethan, Flynn, Deck, and this new wolf. You have their storyline and like them trying to help Therian, but then you also have Lydia's storyline and like what she's doing like with Hunt and Braxton and Rune. So it's like, you know, not every chapter touches on all 3 of them, but like each chapter like at least touches like on 2 of them, and so you're like basically following along each like timeline, like all happening at the same time. Ethan and the wolf that he like saved from the astronomer in House of Sky and Breath, they ended up coming face to face with Sabine, and the wolf that he saved is actually a Fender. It's Sabine's niece, so technically Danika's cousin, and Sabine like killed her brother and like their family off, and she was the only one that's left, but Sabine didn't know of her existence. So now Sabine was trying to like kill her, because obviously Sabine is a hater and she can't handle the fact that there may be another alpha that could take her place like once her dad dies. Like I cannot stand that woman. Now Hunt's not talking. Hunt is just like, you know, he's like, bring on the pain. Like him, Rune, and Braxton are just like, bring on the pain. Like they, at this point, they are just like crying and laughing hysterically, because they're just like, at this point, you know, they're like, everything y'all do to us, like, you know, you take out an organ, it's gonna grow back. You know, they didn't cut their wings off, and, you know, soon the itching gonna start with their wings. And so it's just like they're like, you know, they can't do anything. They're like already shackled, so they don't got no powers. Hunt got the halo back on his brow, so there's just like, they're kind of like in a situation where like they just can't do anything. And Hunt's main thing is like, he will endure whatever he has to keep the Asteri from focusing on Bryce. Like he feels like if their main focus is on trying to get him and like Rune and Braxton to talk and like torture them, at least like their attention is not on like where Bryce is. And no one knows where Bryce is. Like only Hunt can, like, well, even Hunt don't know where she is, but like they assume that she's gone to hell to go get Apollos, however you say his name, to like help her, like, you know, bring them back to Midgard so they can help like overtake the Asteri. Bryce is now with Nesta, like, so they had like put Bryce, they didn't like well, they did lock her up as a prisoner, but like they're being like very kind to her. They're just like, you need to talk and tell us what's going on. Like, we don't know if we can trust you. Like, and the fact that Nesta is made by the cauldron, or the cauldron, she can sense the tattoo, like the horn on Bryce's back. So it's like, and they're like, well, what is this? Like, they don't know. Obviously, like, we know it says through love all is possible, but it's in the, they don't know the language. So it's just like, they're like, what is this on your back? And Nesta can tell that, like, you know, obviously she's like, it's something made. But Bryce don't know what made mean. They're like, what? Like, they're like throwing out the term made, and it's just like, she's like, what is made? Like, what the heck is that? And she's just like, I don't know. But then Bryce is also trying to be slick too. Like, obviously she's trying to like be hesitant on what information she gives out, because she's like, if Rhysand is like as powerful as the Asteri in one person, like, he could use her just to, like, you know, trade her and try to get on the Asteri's good side so they can like come as one. So, like, you know, she just has so many thoughts going on through her head right now because she don't know who she can trust. So that's really what's going on right now. You know, we're just following each plot line. But it's like, I just need to talk it out. So it feels so good to like be able to like talk out every single thing that's happening. Like, should I do more spoiler like vlog, like more like reading, you know, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I am gonna get ready to take my shower and stuff, and then we are gonna continue reading. And yeah, that is the plan for tonight. But I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning, or yeah, it'll be in the morning. So good night. Good morning, friends. Well, I don't know what time it is for you, but it's morning for me now. And I'm gonna give you guys a little update of where I ended last night. I actually did not hit 200 pages yesterday. I'm on chapter 16 right now. And so far, where did I end at? So Bryce, Nesta and Azriel are still in this tunnel, and it's just, they've been like going through this cave, and apparently no one knows what's in this cave. Like, even Rhysand and them, they have never been down there. They don't know what lurks down there. And so Bryce is like, her starlight is just leading her down there. So she's just like, she don't know what she's about to walk into. She's just like following the starlight, and Nesta and Azriel just like kind of following her as well. Bryce will ask them questions, Nesta will ask her questions, and like they just keep going back and forth, like trying to like get a feel for each other and like what each other worlds have. So yeah, that's that. The Hind, Lydia, has revealed herself to Flynn and Declan and Ithan and Therian. Like, obviously Rune and Hunt knew who she was eventually, but like now they found out, and so she's like trying to save them, and they're like, she comes to them and she's like, I need your help. They're reluctant to help her, but then they finally like start to give in a little bit. So they like have been tasked with like meeting her at like the lake, whatever you want to call it, the little, basically they've been tasked to meet her with somewhere in 2 days time. So yeah, that's like the two storylines right now. I mean, because you know, at first we had like the 3 different storylines. We had Bryce, and then we had Lydia, and then we had, you know, Declan and them. But now Declan and Lydia, they like have kind of, their plot lines have kind of come together now, because now they have to work together. Because she's trying to like, Lydia's trying to get Rune and Hunt and Braxton free. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay guys, update. Oh my goodness, we're getting there now. We'll start with Bryce and Nesta and Azriel. So they finally got out the cave, but like the door that they ended up taking them to the prison. And if you guys have read ACOTAR, then you know, like, especially if you read A Court of Silver Flames, what Nesta found in the prison when she like went into the wards to like to retrieve the harp. So that is kind of where they ended up, like once they went through a certain door that was in the cave that they were in. And now they are like in that same room, and one of the ancestors, Celine, I think is how you say her name, she is basically explaining all of the history now to Bryce, Nesta, and Azriel. We find out basically how everything happens. We find out about like the other pieces, this thing called, well, we find out about the trove. And so the trove is basically 4 items that were made, and essentially they all have this power, and it's called the dead trove. So you have the mask, you have the crown, you have the harp, which we find out what each of those can do in A Court of Silver Flames. And then in Crescent City is like the whole thing is the horn. So the horn is literally from, we learned about the horn from House of Earth and Blood, and you know, that's how we found out how it got tattooed on Bryce's back. And so, you know, basically book 2 was when like the Asteria is like, okay, just don't use the horn. Like, we know it's tattooed on your back, just don't use it and we will leave you alone. And so now we are finding out that the horn is a part of that trove. So it's actually 4 items, not 3. And yeah, so that's where Bryce, Nesta, and them are. You have Hunt, Rune, and Braxton. They are trying to figure out a way to get out of the dungeons. Lydia is with Pollux, and we have just found out that the Asteri have been able to fix the harpy. And if you remember in House of Sky and Breath, Lydia killed the harpy, but they staged it to look like Bryce had killed her so Lydia would not be exposed. And so, you know, as of right now, Lydia was like, okay, like, I'm still, you know, they don't know that I'm really like trying to help you guys. Like, the Asteri has no idea. But obviously if the harpy is fixed, which she was dead, I'm like, how did they even figure that out? Hold on, my battery's about to die. Okay, new battery's in. But obviously we're like, you know, if the harpy, first of all, how did they even fix her is my question, because she was dead. Like, as y'all know, like, these people are immortal, so like it's really hard to kill them, but like she was dead. Like, Bryce was soaked in her blood, like seriously dead. But apparently the Asteri have been trying to fix her. So it's like, now it's like Lydia is nervous, because it's like, okay, well, if the harpy like comes, like is able to talk, like she may reveal who actually killed her, like reveal that it was the hind that killed her, that Lydia killed her instead of Bryce. And obviously that's gonna expose Lydia. Ethan was getting ready to do one fight to basically be able to free all of them from the meat market, and we thought that he was gonna fight the dragon, which the dragon is someone that he saved from the astronomer in House of Sky and Breath. Turns out that's not the case. He is actually about to end up fighting the Fender Air, which is another person he saved from the astronomer. And so they're both wolves. The Fender Air is the one that Sabine tried to just kill like a few chapters ago. Literally so much, like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. So yeah, chapter 20 goes back into Ethan and them getting ready to do the fight. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like Ethan has the upper hand because he's a trained wolf and all of that, but the Fender Air, she has been stuck in like a tub of water for years. So it's like, I don't even know if she knows how to shift. Like, that's another thing. Like, we haven't even figured out, can she even shift to a wolf? because she's just still like, you know, she's been out in the world maybe a few days now. So we're gonna see how this fight goes. The Viper Queen is just literally a snake, and she also knows everything. She knows why they're trying to get out. Like, at first we didn't think that she knew, but obviously she knows why they're trying to leave the meat market to go and save their friends that are currently stuck in the dungeons. Like, oh my gosh. But right now, out of all of the stories, I feel like it's still Bryce, Nesta, and Azriel that I'm just like, I'm so intrigued right now, because like the whole thing, Bryce is trying to figure out like, why the heck is she here? Like, so now she's like, now her thought process is like, well, am I here to like learn the history of like our world and like share this? Like, obviously she's figured out like, you know, the Asteri secret, how they feed off first light, and you know how when they die they're not really, you know, they're really just kind of food for the Asteri. So that's like the storyline I'm just like so intrigued in right now. Obviously the other two, like especially I feel like the Harpy is not gonna make, like somehow the I just don't see that playing out. Like, that's just gonna, unless like we find out the Harpy is like also kind of like for the rebellion. I don't know, but as right now I don't see that happening. I just don't know where that's gonna go. But yeah, we're gonna keep reading and get some more tea. Like I said, this stuff is, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm at 200 pages, so I'm gonna try to hopefully get through another 200 tonight. So if that was me at 400, well, 200 before like the night, and then tonight hopefully I can like at least get like another 100 or so, so that way I have like 300 tomorrow. I don't know, hopefully it's Sunday, we'll see. I may not finish till Tuesday, but I don't have like a super heavy work week this week, thankfully. So hopefully like as soon as I log off I can dive straight into the book. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys a little later once I read some more. Oh my freaking gosh. So, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So much has happened. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ethan then killed the defender heir, which we call her name is Sigrid, I guess how you say it, but he killed her by accident. Like, obviously they doing a fight at the meat market, and the Viper Queen obviously wants somebody to die, but like I think was like trying not to kill her, but obviously like she also like she's so new to the world, and like she's also an alpha, so like in her mind like she probably don't want to kill him because he saved her, but at the same time she's an alpha, so it's like she refuses to like lose to someone who's not an alpha, to lose in general, but especially to someone who's not an alpha. And it just, this chapter ended, it says his claws hadn't gone through her shoulder, they punched straight through her throat. Y'all, that girl is dead. That girl is dead. Just set through a scene of Baxton chewing Rune's hand off so he can get free of the shackles to try to get one of the tools to like get them free. Rune literally just grabbed it, and then guess who fuck walk in? Regulus, I guess is how you say his name. I don't know how you want to say his name, but him, that bastard. Oh my gosh. And then Pollux and the Hawk. I am so scared for them. I am so scared. He ain't got no hand. It's gonna grow back, but y'all, oh my gosh. And then Bryce, Azriel and Nesta, they basically just got to the part like where Prince Adis has been like, well, Thea basically like opened the portal to the pits of hell, and Adis is like, have you finally came to ask for our help? Because now she's like, they like have gotten to the point where she like realizes that like the Asteri are not Fae. The Asteri are just like, she's like realizing what the Asteri actually is. And so now she don't know what to do. She only can trust her two daughters, Helena and I forgot the other girl name already. But y'all, Celine, is that her name? How I say it? Y'all, oh my gosh, it's so much information and it's just making my jaw drop. All right, I'm gonna keep reading and I'll update you guys. I am actually really loving this like spoiler vlog because I can like freely talk about it all. I can freely talk about it all. It's like I'm like, I can get it out. I can deal. I can deal with it. Okay, I'll talk to you guys a little later. Okay, I was not planning to come back on here this soon, but I just finished chapter 27 and it ended at part 2. So now I'm starting on part 2, and so let's just break this down. So Bryce and them just killed the Asteri, and now she has Azriel's truth teller sword, and she has the star sword again, and the two obviously have a link to each other because they call to each other, the two swords, not Azriel and Bryce. But yeah, so now she like opened up another portal because now she's like, since she knows like they just killed the Asteri, and so like she's like, well, y'all just killed the one person who could have gave me answers. And I'm like, girl, you do realize the Asteri would have like literally wiped you off this planet Earth, and you're mad at Azrael and them for killing her? Come on now, be so for real, Bryce. But she's opened up a portal, and now she is trying to get back home. She's hoping that, you know, when she opens this portal, she can get back home. Her power is stronger because she got the starlight from the little wards where they were talking to Celine, which was how they end up following the Asteri down there. So yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, I'm gonna try to read some more, and yeah, this one is called The Search. So maybe I feel like she's about to search for Hunt in them. I mean, we'll see. It's good, y'all. It's getting good. Hi guys, update time. So it is later. I showered, my dinner is done, I'm about to eat soon. It's currently 9:12. Oh my gosh, time is flying. Like, y'all, it was just like 8 something. But I have made it to 300 pages, so I am on chapter 34, which puts me at 37%. Y'all, part 2 is literally eating. So Ethan, he left and went to like the headquarters of House of Flame and Shadow, and now he is talking to Jezebel. He is like, he basically wants to talk to, he's trying to raise the dead, or basically get to talk to the Defender heir that he just killed. And I don't know what he plans to do, how he's gonna make that right by talking to her, don't know. But then Bryce she made it out of like Valaris, and now she is back in Midgard. And where she landed in the Autumn King's, her sire, she landed in his office. And so he has put the shackles on her. She can't use her magic, but he's like just keeping her there. He's not like torturing her or anything. He's just like, he wants questions, he wants answers. He's like, where have you been? Have you seen our people? Like, he's just trying to figure out what he can. Also, Bryce, being the master manipulator that she is also trying to get information. She's like, is Hunt and Ruin alive? How long was I gone? So it turns out she was gone for 5 days. So yeah, right now she is just like, he won't let her leave. And she's like, why won't you let me leave? Like, are you going to turn me into the Asteri? And he's like, your safest place is here right now, because if anybody saw you, they will immediately let the Asteri know. But now to the tea part, to the interesting part. So Lydia was working with the Queen of the Fire Sprites to basically like try to get ruining them out. It was successful. She has gotten them out, and now she is like, they just successfully got out of the city of Midgard, and now they're driving in the countryside. Rune, Hunt, and Braxton, they're just like, you know, what the heck, how is this happening? They've talked to Deck and Flynn. They're obviously like, Deck is, you know, managing the camera, so they was able to get out. Flynn is basically driving with them, but he's in another car. So they successfully got out of the city, and they're getting ready to head to the dock to board the ship. But the problem now is that Murdoch, which is, he is a wolf. He's the Nika's father. We found that out in House of Sky and Breath. He's the Nika's father, but he was able to exit the city with a pack of dread wolves, and so now they're after Lydia in the truck. They're after that car. I'm pretty confident they know that Lydia is driving it. Now they're just trying to get to the ship. And they are now Murdoch and the Dreadwolves are really close to like basically on their tails. Like like Lydia needs to drive faster to be able to escape them And so they know that like, they're about to have to meet up at some point. Let's continue reading and see what we get to. Update, your girl has made it to 340 pages. I'm at 41% and I am on chapter 38. And guys, they made it to the ship. They made it. Hunt and Braxton had to fly there holding Rune because he was down. Like, he was missing a hand. Oh, I feel so bad for him. But they are all on the ship. Braxton and Hunt are healed. They working out. They feel like they're back to normal. The only thing, obviously, Hunt now has the halo tattooed on his brows again, and also his like stamp of being the slave is now not stamped out anymore. So his powers, obviously, he does not have his full powers. With the halo, the stamp, I don't really think the stamp really hinders anything. It just identifies him as a slave. But as far as the halo is what needs to come off, because the halo is what's constricting all of his power. Hence why in the first book, once Hypaxia was able to remove the halo, he was able to kill Sandral. Lydia ended up she was able to get them like distracted off Hunt and them when they were flying away, because she started running in her deer form, and so Murdoch and the Dread Wolves were chasing after her. Once she made it to like a top of a mountain, her only option was to jump. So she jumped. They shot her in the chest and she basically died. But Therian, when Rune and them made it to the ship, because Flynn and Deck and them were already all on the ship. But when they made it, Rune was like, we have to go save her, because he saw like her running. They saw like from the skies, they saw that Murdoch and the Drillwolves was chasing after her, trying to get to her. And so he's like, he like asked Therian, like, you gotta save her. Like, obviously he's a mirror, so he can like swim there fast enough to get to her. So he was able to get to her, but by the time he got to her, she had already been shot. She landed on rocks. Like, girl was not good. But he was able to haul her back, and the Medwitches on the ship were able to stitch her up, get her heart back up pumping. So she is alive. She has not talked. She's still sleeping, but her heart is beeping. Her heart is pumping blood. Her brains are back pushed in her head. You know, her ribs are fixed, her skull fixed. So it's just now a waiting game for her to wake up. Bryce is still at the Autumn King's palace, still trying to figure out. She has found out that Rune and them have escaped the dungeons. She does not know where they're at, but she knows they escaped. And then, so that's all we know. Like, I don't know what the Autumn King is gonna do. Like, also I'm like, how is Bryce gonna get away? Like, is she, like, how they're gonna find, how is like she gonna find Hunt in them? Like, that's my thing. But then you have Ethan, who has, like I said, he was at the House of Flame and Shadow, trying to basically get someone to raise the Defender heir Sigrid, so he could like basically redo everything he just did when he killed her. So in order to do that, obviously Jezebel does not do anything for free, so he is now tasked to be her assistant, and in exchange she will bring a necromancer. I don't know how you say it, necromancer. It's Necro or something like that, but in exchange she'll bring him one so they can summon secret. So that's where we're at. Yeah, a lot has happened, but the biggest thing is that they have made it to the ship. But now I'm just like, what is about to happen with Bryce? But I will update you guys tomorrow. Like I said, hopefully my goal now is just to get to 50% tonight. If I can get to 50% tonight, I'm happy. And I probably won't end up finishing this until Tuesday instead of Monday. So we shall see. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in the morning. Good night. Hi guys. So it is the next day. It is actually the afternoon and I am almost done with work. But I think I haven't read anything today. During my lunch I actually edited the video, like all the footage that I already have from me reading the book, and so I only have to add today's footage and tomorrow's footage and I'll be done editing. It's already long, it's like an hour vlog, so if y'all watching this, y'all made it past the hour mark, so I thank y'all for that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks and read a little bit just to get out the house. It looks like it's so pretty outside. It says it's 63 degrees, so I think it'll be good to just get out and go read there. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up my last bit of work and then I will see you guys at Starbucks, and then once I finish at Starbucks, we'll come back here and we will debrief about what I have read. But the last thing that I read last night, trying to think. Oh, so Ethan, the astronomer, has come to the headquarters of House of Flame and Shadow looking for Ethan because he wants to kill him because he obviously stole his people that he had, you know, in those tanks, and then the fire sprites. So that's that storyline. Bryce, she did get out the Autumn King's house. She actually planned to land there. We find that out. She plans to land. She actually planned it to land in his office. So that was actually not by mistake, and she basically schemed her way to like getting answers from the Autumn King. And so she was like lucky that she went there, because if she would have said take her to hunt when she left Valaris, that would have been bad, because she would have ended up in the dungeons and they probably wouldn't even been there because they're on the boat now. They did save, I think I already told you guys, they did save Lydia. So she's awake now. We have found out that Lydia got twins, and the Ocean Queen is keeping them safe. They've been adopted or fostered, while Lydia works as Agent Daybright. And what else? Yeah, oh, they're getting ready now. The big thing is they are about to go see Carmack's dad. They're about to go to Avalon because they are trying to get information that apparently only their like archives have. So yeah, that's where we're at. So the big things is now we gotta see what they're gonna do, and then what happens with Ethan and the astronomer. So yeah, I will talk to you guys once we read some more. it is later. Y'all, oh my god, I ate Chick-fil-A. I don't know, I just feel like I just have a whole bunch of air in my chest right now. But so as you guys saw, I did go to Starbucks once I got off work, and I read for like an hour to an hour and a half. Came home, ate dinner, did my nighttime stuff, and then read a little bit more. But for like the last like 30 minutes, I cannot focus on reading because I just feel like I have so much air in my chest. Like indigestion is, I don't know why it always happens when I eat Chick-fil-A, but like usually only when I eat like their sandwiches. If I get nuggets, I'm fine. Maybe it's the bread, I don't know, but it hurts. It hurts. But I just feel like I have to burp so bad and it won't come out. But I am, what chapter am I on? I am on chapter 53. Y'all, I am really like literally reading this so freaking slow. I don't know why. I have no idea why I'm reading it so slow, but I'm reading it slow. But I'm on page 482, and I plan to get to 500 pages tonight. I think that's my goal. And then tomorrow, hopefully I can do like the last 300 pages. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to read on my lunch because I need to go. Tomorrow's a gym day for me, so I may try to knock out the gym during lunch. So then that way I can just have the evening to read. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. So Ethan has tried to, well, Hypaxia has tried to help Ethan raise Sigrid, the Fender heir. It didn't work how they wanted to. They raised her, but she came back as a Reaper, which is like one of the Under Kings, the person who rules House of Flame and Shadow. I would say one of his minions. That's what they're called, the Reapers. But that's where they're at. A big explosion just happened, but we don't know what caused it. Literally the last thing I read about the explosion was Ethan and Hypaxia like running there to like see what humans they can help. It was just a big explosion in the morning. Don't know why or anything like that. So hopefully I find that out within the next like 20 pages before I get ready to go to sleep. But then Bryce and them, so pretty much everybody else is with Bryce and Hunt. You have Therian, all of them. They are at Avalon with Cormac's dad, the other Fae King, and they are currently going through the archives and then going through the cave, which is like I can't remember what the cave is even called. Cave of Princes or something like that. They're there. They're split up in two. So Rune, Flynn, and Declan and Lydia are in the archives, while Bryce, Hunt, Therian, and Baxon are in the cave trying to figure out what they can, just trying to see what they can find about the two swords, the Truth Teller and the Star Sword, and just see if they can find anything that's like gonna give them hints on how to take down the Asteri. That's what they're there for. They're all just kind of looking to see what they can find. And that's pretty much what's going on right now. I will say so y'all remember how I told y'all it's getting cold, how I told y'all Lydia got twins. Y'all, one of them twins is ruthless, and he is so funny, but they call him Ace. Y'all, he is so bitter that Lydia, his mama, left them. And like, yes, they're loved and they have foster parents and, you know, like all of that. And one twin, like, you can still tell he's hurt, but he's just more so like, he's like, you know, I guess you could tell he's trying to be understanding with it all. You know, like he recognizes that, like, you know, his life is still good, you know, all of that. Like, does he wish he still was with his mom? Yes, but like he's just more understanding, it seems like. More calm-minded, whereas Ace is gonna say what's on his mind. He is ruthless. Y'all, the last time that Lydia went to go see them before they went to Avalon, where they're at now, she met with them to like say goodbye again. And Ace was like, what do you want to do, cry for dear old mommy? And I'm like, y'all, I read that in Starbucks, my jaw dropped. I was like, this little boy is ruthless. This boy don't give no F's. Like, he's like, you left us, I have no respect for you. So I'm like, dang. But yeah, right now nothing like really major has happened. I mean, besides the explosion, and then like I said, right now Bryce and them are just they're just down, they're at Avalon right now trying to see what they can find. So it's just kind of, it's not boring right now. It's just like, you know, it's the build-up. We're in another build-up scene of the book, before, I'm guessing, you know, another ball drops. Yeah, yo, I am freezing cold. I'm about to go get in the bed and get under the covers. Yeah, I think I'm just about to read on my Kindle. And like I said, hopefully I should for sure get to 500 pages. I literally have like 20 more pages to go to get to 500 pages. And then yeah, I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on where we stopped at tonight. And the goal is to finish tomorrow. Y'all, we gotta finish tomorrow. I need to finish tomorrow. I'm like, as much as I want this to last, I'm like, I need to finish it. But yeah, so I'm sorry, I am like so out of energy. I went to sleep last night around like 1 something because I took that nap yesterday. I couldn't go to sleep until like 1 something, and then I still had to wake up early for work this morning, and so I am just pooped out now. I'm ready to go to sleep. When I went to Starbucks, I did get coffee, but I got decaf because I'm like, I can't deal with not being able to go to sleep tonight. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up tonight, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night. Hi friends. Wait, I feel like you guys are super close. Okay, is that better? I hope that's better. Okay, anyways, hi guys, good morning. It is the next day. I'm actually about to have to jump on a meeting, so I don't have long. I literally have like 5 minutes before my meeting and before I get ready to start my work day. But I want to give you guys an update. Y'all, last night I was struggling. Like it finally got better once I laid down. I did end up getting to 500 pages. So I literally, it's so funny because the like next chapter literally started at 500 pages. So I am on chapter 55. According to my Goodreads, I am at 60%. So guys, this is what we have left. We have this left. So, and I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's 835. Let's see. Yes, so I have 335 pages left to go, and I am hoping I can do it today. If not, for sure by my lunch tomorrow, because I'm not going to the gym for my lunch tomorrow. If I didn't have to go to the gym today for my lunch, then I definitely would have been able to finish, because I could have did like 100 pages on my lunch and then did the last 235 after work. But y'all, I'm trying to do good. I haven't been to the gym since I had COVID, so I'm like, I've been out of it for like a week and a half, and I need to get back into it. So I'm gonna try to stay disciplined, and then this evening we will finish, or hope I'm gonna say we're gonna finish it. I'm gonna hope we're gonna finish it, even if I finish it late at night and then just give you guys an update, the update tomorrow. We will see. But just an update of what's been going on. Not much has really happened. Well, the main thing is that they were in the cave, and this chapter 54 ended with the 2 Fae Kings coming. If y'all remember, Bryce like trapped her dad, or the Autumn King. She trapped him in a closet and like put the shackles on him so he couldn't use his power. So like, as far as she knew, he was still there. Eventually she knew he was gonna get out, but you know, we didn't hear anything. And so apparently he is out now, and he is with the other Fae King, and they have found Bryce and them in the cave, and basically I don't know what they're really planning to do. We just know that they have found them in the cave, which, I mean, he knew they were like the Marvin, whatever, he knew that, which is the other fake king, he knew that they were in there. Like, he knew what they were down there doing. They even told him, like, we want to go into the cave and we want to go to the archives. So it's not a secret that they're in there. But now the Autumn King coming, that's a shocker, because I don't know, they're just, y'all, these men are sketchy. They are so freaking sketchy. But yeah, that's where we're at. They also have Flynn and Declan like trapped with them. So like the two Autumn Kings have Rune's friends, while Rune and Lydia are still going through the archives. Like, they just think Flynn and Deck just kind of ditched them and was like, you know, whatever, and just are probably just doing something else. But turns out, no, the Autumn King, the fake kings, have got them and got them tied up, while Rune and Lydia flirt in the archives and try to find more information. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm gonna keep reading today, and I will give you guys an update. I need to get to my meeting and then change and get to the gym, so then I can finish work for the day and then get to reading. So yes, I will see you guys this afternoon or this evening. Hi guys, it is later in the day. I am finished with work, and luckily the sun has not set yet, so I'm like, why not come to the lake to read? Like, I didn't realize how pretty it was outside until I went to the gym during my lunch, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is so pretty. So let me go to the lake. So I came here. I'm gonna actually sit in my car because it's not like, well, first of all, I don't have my picnic blanket. I don't have nothing in my trunk. So I need to put that in my trunk, so the next time I get a random idea to come to the lake, I can have it ready. But it's like really pretty where I can like let my windows down and put my headphones in, and I'm gonna read. So that's what we're doing here. I'm probably gonna sit here for like an hour before it like gets dark, and then head back home, and we're gonna continue reading. But yeah, I'm just like, I just need to get outside. I'm like, it is too pretty out. So I got me some snacks. I got my Kindle. I'm gonna read on my Kindle. I feel like I know I'm reading faster on my Kindle. So I also got this little, one of my friends got this for me for Christmas, and I love it, and I keep my Kindle in there. I'll just say, what's that noise? That's another car. But yeah, and so I'm just gonna sit here and snack, and I'm going to read, and I will give you guys an update before we head back to the house. Hi guys. Okay, so it is a little later. I've been here for like, how long have I been here? I've been here for like maybe an hour, I think. But hold on, let me, like, from when I was like sitting back, my hair is like, my bun was looking a little lopsided. Okay, but the sun is setting, and I am about to head back home so I can get cozy. It actually got a little cold now since the sun is setting. Like, I had to let my windows up because I'm like, it's a little cold, but it still feels really good. But I stopped at part 3, so I am officially at part 3, which is the ascent, and it puts me at 70%. And guys, so much has happened. So if you know, you had the two, well, I think I told you guys, Declan and them were like separated. One group went to the archives, one group went to went to the caves. Eventually they all ended up in the caves, lured by the kings, the fake kings. And oh my gosh, Bryce and Hunt ended up going to hell with the black salt. If y'all remember how it was done in House of Earth and Blood, where they basically summoned hell, and they ended up down there, and they talked with the princes of hell, well, 3 of them, and so much was revealed. So there is one more piece of power that they need to find in order to have the sword and the knife like open to the land of nowhere, so they can put the Asteri, so they can get rid of the Asteri and put them in that land. But Also, we found out how Hunt is actually like kind of like the sons. He's like a son of the princess. In a sense, like he still has an original sire, but when he was conceived, he was essentially conceived with like powers from two of the princes of hell, which is why he has the powers that he have, which is being able to hunt demons and the lightning, all of that. So we found out that's like the biggest thing with Hunt. But they did find the third piece of power that they needed to essentially honestly, they didn't even expect. Well, the main thing was to get the piece of power so they can open the land to nowhere, the portal to nowhere. But they ended up being able to find, when they found the third piece, they ended up like basically opening up Avalon to like what it used to be, because they found an old map and there were islands, but they weren't there. If you guys know, like the mist and stuff all in Avalon, like it's just such a dark place right now. So when she found the third piece of power, it essentially opened up to what it used to be. So there's like gardens and it's all beautiful, kind of what you would think Valaris looks like. That is what it looks like now. It looks like a welcoming land. And Bryce and Rune have killed both of the Fae Kings. Bryce killed Marvin. Rune killed their dad, their sire, and now Bryce is queen because Rune does not want any parts of it. He's like, I surrender my title to you. Obviously both of them being starborn, or like Rune having starborn powers and then Bryce being starborn. Essentially, he's like, I want my sister to have this role. He doesn't want it. He just wants to live a normal life. And so, yeah, that's what's going on. Him and Lydia have finally made up and they are, you know, in a sense together now. But now remember the bombs I told you guys, that they, like, I think it's Asphalt Meadows, but the little bomb where Hypaxia and Ethan were like trying to help humans. Now that where Bryce and them were at, they didn't have phone service, but now they're like, it's all pretty and stuff. They got phone service again. So now they have just found out about the bombing. So now part 3, I peeked at the next chapter. It jumps back to where the bombing is. I think part 3 is just going to be all about them now trying to get close enough to the Asteri to put them in the portal to nowhere. You know, they already killed the Fae King, so now like they have hope for like, you know, a better world for the Fae. It's not all about breeding and women are not, you know, suppressed and all of that. Like it's gonna be a fair land, almost like Valaris, like basically like Valaris. So yeah, I'm gonna go home and we're gonna continue reading. I guess I'm 70%. According to my Kindle, I have 5 hours left, so we'll see if I finish tonight. I'm hoping. I feel like even though since I got 5 hours, I can read a little faster and get it done maybe in like 4 hours. So I'm gonna see you guys when I get home and we will continue reading. Hi, update. I'm freaking out. I am legitimately freaking out right now. So I am at chapter, wait, is it gonna focus? Chapter 92, and I am at 91%. Y'all, I don't know what Sarah J Maas does, but always in the last 200 pages, she makes your heart run rampant. And that is what is happening to me right now. So we are finally at the part where basically all hell has broken loose. They have moved on the Asteri. Bryce actually just killed one of the Asteri, and they have made it to the room where like all the first light is held, and one of the Asteri is down there. So we're gonna see what happens. Ethan is now the prime of the wolves. He killed Sabine because Sabine killed the prime. Hypaxia killed the under king. So now she is the leader of House of Flame and Shadow. Literally, so what just happened? Hypaxia has found an antidote to the parasite that's in the water. So some of them have already drank it, and now they have like their powers are like at full force now, since they're not being hindered by the parasite that's in the water. I don't know why I was surprised. Sarah J Maas always does it. So now Hunt and Bryce are in the room with the first light, and one of the Asteri is down there. Regulus, the one that's been causing all this trouble, he's down there. And so now we're about to see what happens there. Basically, they're confronting him. Pollux has kidnapped Lydia's sons. So Lydia, Rune, and Therian are dealing with that right now. So yes. Oh, y'all, it's crazy. It is crazy. Bryce has sent her parents off to Valaris. We'll give you guys an update probably when I'm like really close to the end, and then we'll talk about the last of it. But I am shooketh. Like, I can't put it down. I thought I was gonna have to finish it tomorrow, but I cannot put this down now. According to my Kindle, I have an hour and 36 minutes left. Will I stay up to midnight to finish this? Absolutely now. Like, there's no question. I'm gonna stay up and finish it. So let's just not even play and let's continue reading. Why must she always do this to me? Rating 5 stars. 5 stars. It is 12:21 a.m. I'm up like I don't gotta go to work tomorrow. I have cried. Y'all, what y'all saw was literally a tendril of the crying fest that I had. I don't even know if you can see the streaks of tears on my face. I sobbed. My heart. I will say, I am so glad that no one, like, in their close-knit group died. Because if that would have happened, you know, oh my gosh. Like, you know how in Fourth Wing, somebody close, like how Liam died? Like, I just can't do it when they make somebody so close in the circle die. And it's like, you know it happens. But I can say I love that Sarah J Maas did not do that. Now, was there one person, I forgot this is a spoiler, but Jessica, she died, but she like gave her life over so Bryce could live, which technically, okay, I guess somebody really did die, because Bryce did die. But Jessica traded her life because Jessica has been alive for like over 15,000 years, and you know, she was just ready to rest. And that right there alone, that whole scene like broke me, because throughout all 3 books, we see Jezebel as this like this person that just doesn't show any feelings. Like, and yes, like, granted, I knew she always cared about Bryce, otherwise she wouldn't have did everything she did for Bryce throughout all 3 books, but like it was still just like when you saw what she did at the last, like offering her life, and like when she saw Bryce like dead, and like it was just like the tears that was coming down her face. I thought they were like, I know that they were coming down my face too. It was just so like heart-wrenching. Oh my gosh. And then y'all know I'm supposed to be reading Iffy. If only I had told her after I finished this. Like my copy is, I hope my copy is supposed to be here tomorrow. Y'all, I am about to be a sobbing mess once again. Oh. But this book, oh my gosh. I am literally just, it was a happy ending. The Asteri is dead. They successfully killed the Asteri. But the part, like, in order to kill the Asteri, Bryce essentially died also to like get them into the land of nowhere when she opened the portal. And she was without air for too long. And so like everyone was standing over her and she was dying. And oh my gosh, like it was heart-wrenching. And like I said, Jessica came in hypaxia where her powers was able to save the day. And oh my gosh, we saw the pack of wolves again. Like it's kind of like how the ending of House of Earth and Blood was, where when Bryce and Jessica like traded, she was able to see them again, like all standing in the land. And Danica was there. And so since the Underking is dead, like Bryce has her soul back. So Danica is happy in like the other lands. And oh my gosh, it was just so, literally just like the last 10% of the book was just straight up tears, literally. And it's like, I don't know why I always act so shocked when I know that this is literally what Sarah J Maas does. Like this is her style writing, is that you're gonna go through the entire book and it's gonna be high, you know, high stakes. It's gonna be, you know, you're gonna be at the edge of your seat. You're gonna be like, I need to know what happens next. You're gonna have some details and stuff, and then it's like the last 10%, 15% of the book, it's like bam. It's like bam, I know you've been having a good time reading this book, but now it's time for me to bring the hammer down. And I'm just like, I was just not ready, y'all. I didn't have my playlist going, y'all. I had the sad the music was hitting, the sad music on the playlist was hitting at just the right time, and I was literally a mess. I was a mess. But I do love that the Asteri is gone, and you know, we got Ethan as the prime, Hypaxia as the head of House of Flame and Shadow. You have Bryce has basically ended the royal line as the Fae, so now they plan to, you know, have like an actual democracy. They're still archangels and stuff, but they, you know, they're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure it all out, because there is supposed to be a 4th book. Now, I do know this book is supposed to end Bryce's story, according to the interview Sarah J Maas did, and we won't get another book probably for like a good little minute. The next book I think we're supposed to get is the next Akitar book, which I'm assuming that we're gonna see these characters, because even at the end we see them again when Bryce has to get the mask to basically help take down the Asteri, and she sends her parents through the portal so that they can be safe in case something goes wrong. But then eventually she gives them the mask back and gets her parents back. And so it's like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a little, we're gonna see a little bit of that in the next book. But yeah, Ron and Lydia are mates, y'all. There's just literally, I mean, I know this is a spoiler vlog, but like there is literally so much, I can't even tell it all, because I'm just like, I'm just having to hit on the high points, because this vlog is already so long. But those are the high points. And Lydia killed Pollux and, you know, her sons, because Pollux kidnapped her sons. And y'all, that part was just as devastating as ever. Literally, there was just, it was just back to back to back to back. Like, even like the part, even to the point of like Nesta bonding with Bryce's mom when they were over there, like that, just everything was just so heartfelt, and it was just, oh my gosh, I'm just still not over it. But yeah, 5 stars hands down. I know I have talked a lot in this vlog, but I am so glad you guys stuck with me if you have made it to this point. But yeah, I mean, that's really the book. Like I said, if I really dived into every I don't want to, I mean, I know this is a spoiler vlog, but like I still want you guys to go read it because it's still so worth the read. But yeah, the ending, I mean, it was crazy. It was just, oh my gosh, just like everything was crazy. I need to go to sleep. But yes, once again though, I want to thank you guys for watching this video and sticking it out with me. Let me know in the comments if you've read the book and what were your thoughts and what was your rating. Like I said, my rating is 5 stars. At first I thought I was gonna have to sit on it, but once I finished I was like, no, this is 5 star. There's no doubt this is definitely a 5-star book. But as far as like my thoughts, I'm just like, I mean, it all worked out. I'm just shocked that it all worked out. There's just still so much information too. Like, I know I'm gonna reread this. Like, there's still so many things I was like reading, I'm like, I don't really understand this, but like in the end it all makes sense. And so I just 5 star, literally. I have some good reads this month, and I know I predicted that one was going to be a 5 star. So am I surprised? No. But am I surprised with how much I cried? Yes. Like, y'all, I still cannot believe I cried like that. Like, I was a hot mess. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this. But I will see you in the next video. Bye.